Just wanted to share a moment before I close out the night. My pen. And if this, I guess, if this was my penis, it would look like this. Shriveled, right? That kind of a day, right, Pen? So I just want to speak about transformation and alchemizing in the most, it was really strong today. And the lessons learned and the synchronicity that led to those lessons, in retrospect, are just mind-blowing. I don't even understand how to even explain it. Do you want me to take my hat off? Okay. Just know that today's adventure, and you've got to understand, when you manifest, it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, and it doesn't come in perfect ways. But again, Christina's leveled up, which she really has, and she knows that because she put in the work. And now I'm in the dark. Maybe it's a sign that I need to go. I'm gonna attempt, let's see what I can do about this situation. There we go. Technology is also my boyfriend's. Yeah. So I did want to talk about alchemizing, going into a cleansing space, coming out completely rejuvenated. And the first time going into the center, it was more so like I was cocooning myself. And I will let you know, it hurts really bad to heal. And it shows sometimes, but I own my bags and they're filled. So the first time was, hey, you see that little poke, that little hole of sunlight? Like, what is that? Like the cave situation, I only see shadows. And somebody finally pops out, and you're like, ow. You're like, wait, ow, what? And you have to exercise those wings to fly, but immediately, innately, in nature, is just done like a giraffe on its legs. Amazing. They don't sleep more than like 20 seconds, not like 2 minutes. I understand that fight or flight feeling. Very flighty and floaty at times. Constant cortisol overload and a Christine oil that's just boiling. Can't, right, Pen? Is yours too? Penny has more nipples than I do. She has the advantage. So as a gamer, the second time I went, so I come out of that, I'm like, it's like, so I go back the second time after like 3 weeks. And today I went in like, oh, all right, just let's do something and amp it up a little bit. I'm bored, right? Right, Penny? Want to talk about it? And so I have to say that the second time I went in, I was awake. That was the first time I slept. Like at the end, I didn't even know I fell asleep. But I really needed healing and an embrace and love to actually help that and facilitate that. Fran is such a big facilitator, healer, just by her presence. Excuse me, she doesn't want me to talk about her. Excuse me, much gratitude for someone who said, you need to find your tribe. I'm going to take a journey to India, so bear with me. I'm going to walk there to start. One step at a time, one bite at a time. The second time it was more like there was this bee, this bumblebee, and I have so much love for the bee. Right? So I'm watching it. I'm just so satisfied that 2 hours, not staring at the bee, I promise. This time, it was reflecting, and the holiday so profoundly. I ripped that Band-Aid, and it was healed already. Like, what? It was healed the whole time? There was a lot of shadow work because there was a detachment and communication and a network of family members that have just spread out so much because there's so many. Disconnected from stories that were passed on by mouth, recipes that were lost, and heirlooms. And to think like What happened? Are you gonna sit at the dinner table with me and have dinner? That I only eat food, love, so I have to make it. Or just to love the person that's making it. And that's a tip too. Pray over your food and be thankful where it came from, where it was sacrificed from. If you're making that sacrifice to lower your vibration, or you're eating meat or whatever, salad, just be thankful, okay? Be thankful for the flowers, the trees, the bees, and the network of trees. Stop it. What's happening? If I went further, I could have with that. But it may have strayed to like dark or like sarcastic, kind of dry humor, and maybe that doesn't resonate right now. But the energy is clean and pure on both sides. It don't matter where I go with it. It's one spectrum. And so the second time Fran came in, I'm like, I'm still awake, Fran. Like, it was just nice. I could have brought like drawing pads and everything in that place and been like, I told Fran, I'm like, Fran, I could draw in the dark. She's like, no, I turn on the lights. I'm like, no. My mom told me, like, you're gonna ruin your eyes. You're always drawing in the dark. I'm like, I'm fine. I can draw with my blood. Right. So, I'm having a really good moment, because honestly, what I went through today, and after the bus ride, that was really like, what? Sliced me in half. Like, not in reality, because I was grounded and stoic, but to really honestly say, like, I looked at this person and said, like, you talk to a woman like that? And the whole entire bus like this. I said, does anyone see this? Bus driver can, what? Oh, well, he's not doing anything wrong. Oh, yeah? Well, let me just say something. Like, oh no, like, what's your story? You're black? Really? I don't know what was happening, but that was placed on my path, and cops were called and everything, right? So I go inside, I'm like, can I just have a cup of coffee and just wait for a ride? So I was excited, and I did say, and I projected that thought, just thinking back now, Christine, you asked for it, because I wanted that lesson learned, and I wanted it harsh and fast, because that's the way I work real hard. But it came to me, I was like, after the sun, I'm like, what? No, I'm really grounded right now, so I think you should like get out of my face. like no. But honestly, I knew in my mind like I wasn't safe. So that's nothing to play around with. But I had a whole entire bus filled of people, like they were frozen in time, and I was moving forward. Like, does anyone hear me? At any point in my journey, does anyone hear me? Because I hear you. And I can hear clearly that there is a connectivity that is the same spectrum. There's no polarity. Oh, I am envious, I hate you, I love you. Because you're doing it for the same reasons. Don't watch or do watch, you know? So in reflection in that chair, just enjoying it like I was in Maui. I don't know. I've never really traveled, so I don't really, the correlations are hard to connect with. But later on in my life, I'll have a really big story to tell, I guess. So, just to remind you, if you need to reset, especially like doctors, nurses, stressful jobs, anybody in this world now, because